A 12-year-old is accused of throwing acid on another kid on a playground in Detroit. This is De'Ara. Her family told our affiliate, WDIV, there was an argument between the 12-year-old suspect and De'Ara's cousin. De'Ara and her siblings left the park, but when she went back for her purse, her family says acid was thrown on her back.
I was screaming and I was crying. It was like real painful because like my legs was burning.
De'Ara suffered second and third degree burns on her back, arms, and legs. The 12-year-old was charged with assault, but De'Ara's family wants an adult arrested in the case too.
That's the same thing as giving them a gun, a knife. That's a weapon. I mean, what adult would do that?
You broke twice. You stabbed her 8 times. You cold-blooded killer. I've had enough of the bullshit.
When pain is all you see in court, it's never easy to control your emotions. We're back with more heartbreaking courtroom outbursts caught on camera. Number 4, a shattered family. This is Candace Robinson. In September 2018, she and 2 of her cousins, Deviego Talley and Jonathan Talley, chased Eddie Thomas in Greenville, South Carolina. And before Thomas could get away, the 3 of them allegedly shot him to death. 8 months later, Robinson is in a bond hearing, confronted by Thomas's mother.
She's been bonded 8 months and 2 days. She's been free. She shouldn't see her children. Looking at her Facebook page, she's been happy, go lucky, as if nothing has ever happened.
The victim's sister, on the other hand, couldn't remain as calm.
Get her out of here. Take her out. 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 Take her out.
Hey, I see you.
But Your Honor, stop.
We know you.
Stop.
But don't know you. I know you.
The other 2 suspects were also arrested on unrelated charges and locked up in another county. After the hearing, the family continued to show their anger outside the court.
And she enjoyed her New Year's. She didn't see, my son did not get to see his first son be born. He was not at his second daughter's first birthday. He won't see nothing.
All 3 suspects were charged with murder and transferred to Greenville County.
Man, that's crazy. They set somebody up for no reason. Somebody lost their life for no reason. Somebody couldn't see their firstborn for no reason. Couldn't even see his daughter, go to his daughter's birthday because he's not here for no reason. Because they done something stupid. Stupid. We want all gun violence to end, but as we see, it's just gotten worse and worse.
Transferred to Greenville County. Number 3, justice is blind. These are the distraught family members of 17-year-old Gazelle Rengifo. In May 2020, she was shot in the head by 17-year-old Michael McGowan.
Have an opportunity for a second career that I find fulfillment in. That's my comeback. Start yours at PurdueGlobal.edu.
A house party in Florida. Now 20 years old, McGowan confesses to the murder in court, but maintains it was an accident. The victim's mother provides an impact statement.
I can't hear her call me mommy anymore. Mom, I love you, Mom. You took that from me.
With defense proving the shooting was indeed an accident, McGowan was sentenced to 1 year in jail, including the time he spent in custody, meaning he was set to be released 2 weeks later.
I felt a lot of darkness in that courtroom. I just feel very disappointed in the system right now.
McGowan was also sentenced to several months of boot camp and 4 years probation. The victim's family still believes the case needed more investigation. Number 2, violence isn't the answer.
What the hell kind of evidence he had to prove that he was innocent and that it was an accident that he shot her in the head? That don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only got a year jail time for this. I want to know why. That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, most times, situation like this, even with kids that know better, little 10-year-olds, they be giving them 5, 10, 20 years. But this grown ass young man, only got a year.
Violence isn't the answer. On August 12, 2016, Raheem Cummings was gunned down at a shopping center in North Carolina. He was transferred to a hospital where he died the next day. 2 suspects were arrested and brought to trial, and when one of them enters the court, Cummings' wife breaks down.
You killed my husband! You took my son's dad! You don't have a father now! Why would you do that?
Hearing the widow cry out, Javory Thompson shakes his head and says, "I didn't do it."
Who did it? Who did it? Please tell them who did it!
The other suspect, Zyreek Braxton, was also present in the courtroom. They were both charged with murder. After being escorted out, Mrs. Cummings called for an end to gun violence after it took her husband away.
It tore a family apart. This is real, and I want everybody that was involved. I want every single person to face what they need to face. They need to be punished, everybody involved.
Number 1, colder than
Man, that's crazy. Gun violence, black on black crime, as we can say. See, these 2 dudes was convicted in the courtroom because of what they did, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean...
Number 1, colder than ice.
They got a fight?
No, like almost a beheading, yeah.
A beheading?
Yeah, I killed her.
Who did you kill, Demby?
My wife, my ex-wife.
This was the voice of William Denby Jr., a former corrections officer. In an argument he had with his wife, Holly, Denby chased her with a knife and stabbed her to death. After the 911 call, he was arrested and charged with murder, felonious assault, and domestic violence. In court, the 45-year-old is reading out a statement to the victim's family.
I have so much to say, but unfortunately most of it will not be said today. In fact, I have over 700 pages of my thoughts, feelings, and life history of me and Holly written down in my cell. One day it will all come out.
But after that, Denby moves on to diss the victim's family members in court.
Shame on you, Cheryl. I don't know.
That is enough.
I don't know.
That is enough, Mr. Denby.
The judge then warns him of going off track and reminds him to focus on the victim until...
You know what? I've had enough. You broke twice. You stabbed her 8 times. You cold-blooded killer. I've had enough of the bullshit.
After the victim's uncle is let out of the courtroom, Denby calmly resumes his statement. He was eventually found guilty on all charges and sentenced to life in prison.
So I wonder, look at this beautiful, beautiful family, and this piece of crap right here did what he did. Trying to explain himself in the courtroom like it's normal, when damn well you're not supposed to be trying to harm no human being or doing anything against that will. Just because, how would you like it if the roles was reversed and it was done to you? They should have gave him the needle, real talk. I'm surprised he was able to say as much as he did.